I'm with my friend Raj. From childhood, we grew up together, we slept together, we played together, we grazed sheep together, we tended goats together. Look at the goats here. And I'm thinking about Scapegoat from Leviticus. Leviticus 1, 2, 3, 4. All they talk about sacrifice, animal sacrifice. And the goats, the same Leviticus, I think, chapter 19, talk about scapegoat. Scapegoat. Scapegoat means in Judaism we stretch our arms and we transfer human sins to the goats, and they chase the goat in the wilderness, and the animals, they eat the goat. And people think their sins are forgiven. So that is what the book of Leviticus talks about, shifting human sins on these poor goats. And Jesus is in fact is denouncing and is challenging that teaching from Leviticus. And he says, I am the good shepherd, I give my life to them. Don't abuse the sheep or goats. It is a scapegoat. And two goats, one for the Lord, Leviticus says, one for the atonement of sins. And that is a celebration. And Yom Kippur, that is the festival name, the atonement of sins in Leviticus chapter 19. And when you get chance, read it. And then Jesus is directly challenging, and he liberates goats and sheep from the Jerusalem temple. And after all, these creatures, they are innocent creatures. And animal sacrifices never celebrated in Jesus' history. It is not the sacrifice, it is the mercy. So actually, during the year of mercy we are celebrating, during this year, this kind of creatures should be liberated forever. This kind of abuse we should never endure, and we should never continue with the same teachings. These creatures have done nothing bad, and they are poor creatures, and God found them so good. Look at this small little creature, goats, and God found them so good. And they need to live in peace and harmony. They have the same pain as we experience. They have the same anxiety, and they have the same fear and stress as humans do. And why? You can't manage your own emotions? You want to just transfer and shift your emotions to poor creatures? No, that is not acceptable. And Jesus says, come on, liberate them. I came to give life to them. And I don't abuse them. I came to give life in abundance. And just liberate those creatures. That's what Jesus says. And I take my blood and I die on the cross. And why don't you liberate these innocent creatures? Look at them. They are listening. Whatever I say, they seem to understand. They are smartest creatures. They have been living here 80 million years. And we have been living here only 3.5 million years. Their wisdom is much greater. That's why they put up with all this. And if goats could shift their sins to on humans, I think we would have immediately protested that. And we would have killed all the goats. But the goats, they are our bigger brothers and sisters. And they know what a little brother, Homo sapiens, is capable of. And they forgive you. And they give you empathy and compassion and kindness to humanity. But it is us. It is a year of mercy. It is the humans should do it first. So the humans have it. As I told you, it is human resources in your heart and consciousness. You find empathy, kindness and compassion. Give that to these poor creatures. And happy Jubilee here to you all.